Alright, guys, Shalom. So I'm rushing through. Let's hit it. Alright, sexy Ellie's here.
Crazy as times are, this place always manages to put my mind at ease.
I know what you mean.
Let's go!
Especially so, now that I know you're safe.
Why don't we take a look around? I bet we could... Bye-bye! This'll be good. Oh well.
Here's those guys look house. No, you probably weren't careful. Okay, well, we wanted to give you these chances. Wow, really appreciate it. I'm sure you guys have a lot of stuff to do, so we thought I could help you out. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna let you sort that out because holy shit, that's a shit ton. That's 1,000. I don't know if I want to spend that yet. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wait on this shit. Because like, I looked up trails and they said not to spend all your sepith on the character. Just wait a little bit. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wait. They said just get quartz and shit. That's kind of what I'm just gonna go ahead and do. Tim get him an EP cut too as well. See how much sepith I got. I'm going for yeah.
Who says no to home cooking? This might just be my best work. I'd love to cook for you. I take back what I said.
Let's get cooking. Did I miss a step?
I'm so glad you lowered that down too.
Let's get cooking. Here you go.
I'm so glad you're all right, Risha. First I was separated from Daddy, and then you disappeared. I was worried sick about you.
I'm sorry for worrying you, San-san. I'm so relieved to see you're all right, too.
Risha, don't ever leave me like that again. Because as long as you're here, I feel like I can overcome anything. I know things may seem scary now, but we can pull through this.
You're right. But...
What's the heartwarming sight? Oh, the SSS. Does this mean you're going to be leaving again? We don't have plans set in stone, but yes, most likely yes. I still don't know whether Elia and Celia are alright. I'll do whatever I must so that we can perform here again. I thought you might say that. Sorry, Shanta, I know it must feel like we're shipping your best friend from you after you got Sky back. There's people who need Rishi's help, us included. We need her with us. If we're going to secure Crossbell's future and freedom, I know it won't be easy, but we're asking you to have faith in us. We promise to take good care of Risha and then give her all the support we can. I'm sorry putting you through so much. I really am. I promise I'll come back safe as I can. When I do, I'll bring everyone from Longlau back with me. Well, please be careful. I'm going to hold you all to you. You better look after her. We will. Nice ass. I should be the one looking after her. What's wrong, Risha? Were you going to say something? No, Stefan. Was that my imagination? The curse took over her as well. Oh no.
How relaxing.
And guiding me. What the oh, okay, buddy. Oh, shouldn't eat those pancakes. Oh, okay. There he goes, good. Good mate. Goodbye, mentor. Goodbye. I could boost. Looks like it was the cat dragon and young folk in the village have been keeping me up to date. That includes, of course, everything you haven't seen. You folks had it rough. Sorry, Reverie chief told her. Oh, you so much taken in my grandfather and the refugees. As the secretary, please allow me to express my deepest gratitude. Come now, lads. Now more than ever, we've got to extend that help in times that It was a figure who fought for us when those goons were trying to set up the Confederation's home military camp. I hope not to mention all the time that this hasn't passed. Man, we are still on your job, sir. We've been in there ever since, bitch. Not once have you abandoned the weak. Nope, you fought for us all. That means a lot to me. You okay, Ellie? If you ever need a hand with something at all, just let us know and we'll come running. We may be a rinky-dink little farm village, but we've got your backs all the same. Huh. Good answer, better allies. Thank you so much. There's so many people scoring us, we really can't afford to let them down. I know we're going to take back Crosshair and Funky. I hope so, bitch. So, would you mind asking what happens to the ceremony, Ellie? You haven't been yourself ever since we ran to your outside village. I don't deserve that village speaking so kindly about me. Not after I turn my back on Kia. What?
Please forgive me, Lloyd. It's not Cecile's fault that Kia isn't here. Not at all. It's entirely mine for abandoning her. There you are, Kia! I've been looking for you!
Yeah, Cecile should be somewhere nearby too. Is Lloyd?
He'll be fine. Risha's with him. Now come over.
Ah! Run, or you'll get caught up in it!
Ah! Kia! No! Kia! Kia! Where are you? Grandfather!
Ellie, go! I'll be fine. We'll see each other again soon, I promise. There are other people who need you.
Kia! I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I could have ran to her voice and grabbed her hand, and I chose not to. I don't deserve to call myself her guardian, or even be a part of the SSS.
So that's what happened. It's going to be all right, Ellie. Kia's just fine. I'm sure of it.
How can you be so sure?
We've done nothing but force hardship on her ever since we returned from the Azure Tree. While we fought for our home's freedom, she stood by us and helped however she could, despite being separated from her best friend. And never once did she not have a smile on her face. No matter how hopeless things felt, Kia never stopped smiling for us. She never gave up. We were the ones who swore to protect her. And there she was again, being the one who protected and supported us. Just like always.
You're right. She always has. We were only able to continue smiling ourselves because her smile was giving us hope. I think that's exactly what she was trying to do the day we were separated, too.
I'll be fine. We'll see each other again soon, I promise. There are other people who need you.
I couldn't see her face, but I could feel how desperate she was to encourage me, even though she must have been so scared. How can one little girl be so positive?
I'd like to say that's how she's always been. But we both know she's even stronger now than she was before. Kia isn't the same girl she was when we first met. She's no longer powerless to fight against a terrible fate that was decided without her consent. She's one of us now, in every sense of the word. Always with us, always fighting and smiling. In just 2 years, she's grown and become the Kia Bannings we all know and love. That's why, if she says she'll be all right, and that we'll see each other again, then I know we can believe her. So there's only one thing left for us to do, right?
Yes, you're right again. I think deep down, part of me still thought of her as a helpless child that needs us to look after her. I should have known better. Should have seen that as we were getting stronger, she was right there with us, getting stronger too.
Well, I'm hardly in any position to judge when it comes to being overprotective of Kia. But the thing is, she put her trust in us. So it's only right we do the same thing when she asks, right?
You're on fire, huh? Right again. There's so much for us to do right now. The only way we're going to manage is by taking it one step at a time. Kia told me she would be okay, and that there are other people who need me. I'm going to place my faith in that, so I'm sure we'll be reunited as long as we stay the course.
That's the spirit. It's only a matter of time before our paths cross again. So we don't want to disappoint her when we meet up. I'd say we owe it to her as her guardians, and as her friends.
This is so like you, Lloyd. Always encouraging me when I need it most. It's been this way for a long time, hasn't it? That night on the roof when I thought of leaving the SSS. Even when I decided to become Grandfather's secretary during the occupation. Sometimes I wonder if the only reason I've been able to keep going these last few years is because I knew you were with me. Words can't express how grateful I truly am.
I'm flattered, but I don't think I did anything particularly special. I've known for a long time that your future was going to lead you to politics. And I know you'll make Crossbell and the world a better place. So I'm happy to do whatever I can to give you a push in the right direction if you need it.
Is that the only reason? I hope the reason you look after me so much isn't just for the good of Crossbell.
I thought it would sound cooler if I put it that way. But you got me. I think my feelings are a little more straightforward than that. I want to do what I can to help you realize your dreams because you're Ellie. You're important to me. That's the real reason.
Thanks. I know I forced that out of you, so forgive me for being a little selfish. I think that's just what I needed to hear to begin looking forward again. You always make me feel like nothing is impossible, not even getting our home back.
Because nothing ever is. And I'll be right here to tell you as many times as it takes. Okay.
Rex, yeah. Photographer, yeah. Okay. We're just going to go through, yeah. I don't need to follow up, yeah. I'm gonna read, yeah. You fucking Lone Rangers, what the fuck? I think we've seen everything there is to see in the village. It's time to visit the clinic. There you two are. Hey, Reach, you finished catch up with Sean? Yeah, I just wanted to see how she's doing, so it didn't take very long. You two are going to visit Speaker Rendell, correct? Mind if I joined you? No, I thank you for keeping him in your thoughts. Lloyd, Ellie, and Reach entered the clinic as Ellie showed him way to Speaker Rendell's room.
Grandfather, it's me.
Nice suck.
Oh, Ellie, do come in.
Oh,
It's good to see you again, Mr. Speaker. But are you sure it's all right for you to be sitting up?
I do still feel some lingering pain, but They told me just this much would be all right. I owe the goddess my deepest thanks. It brings me joy to see you are all doing well. Particularly you, Ellie. You're looking much brighter than you were before.
Well, It's true. I do feel much better now.
Lloyd had something to do with that. I figured Playboy here wasn't going anywhere, staying down in the dumps. You know I can hear you, right? In any case, I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Mr. Speaker. So am I. But please don't exert yourself and try to rush your recovery. Everything's happening to Crossbow. I don't know what would I do if something were to happen to you. She's right. Your condition is stable now, but a clinic is still a short staff in medicine. Best thing you can do for yourself and us is get plenty of rest. I will thank you for looking after me. I only wish there was something I could do in return. My powerlessness is simply galling. Please don't blame yourself, grandfather. I cannot apologize enough for people to Crossbow for my fellow former Ironblood's actions. I also wish to make clear on no uncertain terms that the Imperial government abhors what happened and was not involved. The legal operation of Crossbow is a work of Rufus, Albert, and his alone. Fear not, I was not under impression that everyone was responsible for this. I could never imagine Imperial Agent allowing his actions to take at this point. It wouldn't make sense for Empire to stage the occupation of Crossbow now after willingly withdrawing its forces not long after, though not only begs question why Rufus is doing this, or why he's collaborating and his defense forces backing him. I can't speak for the two we didn't recognize, but I can't. That's the Emperor, definitely on the second right near Garcia, but the other one to the first left, the girl, she might be Ilya. But I can't wrap my head around Dieter and Garcia helping him. The former CEO of the IBC, he was the CEO, and ex-Anger turned mafia boss. Oh, so of course was a CEO and ex-Anger turned mafia boss. That's quite a pair of convicts he's working with. Yeah, he just has a personal history with SSS. I've always supposed to the killing bear as him before. No, I'm thinking he helped you when you were in prison, didn't he? He did. That was pretty fun. He beat Lloyd pretty bad in prison. Yeah, he did, which is why I'm having such a hard time understanding his involvement. They both seem like they were ready to turn over a new leaf. Why do this, Dieter? About that, I had the chance to confront him briefly before I escaped the city. He did. And this will be something.
Grandfather! Cecile, he's been shot! Hold on. I need to stop the bleeding.
Dieter, wait!
It's good to see you again, Ellie. You're looking well.
Why? Why are you doing this?
What possessed you to play a part in such foolishness? Did you not learn anything from your short-lived presidency?
Oh, I learned much, I assure you. That is why I am here today. Back then, my daughter played me like a fiddle. But this time, I am following my own convictions. And that is what led me to join the new unified government.
You hopeless fool.
Uncle Dieter, how can you truly believe that this is the right path? Surely you can see.
Looking at you and your friends now, you don't stand a chance against the Supreme Leader. I'd advise you take the time to reevaluate what justice means to you. You and your compatriots both.
Really, is he still up there? He's always had a rage hard on for that kind of stuff, but I want you to know you can still trust him as speaker. We'll get to the bottom of their motivations and do whatever we can to take that crossbow. We won't allow independence we worked so hard on slip through our grasp like this. That's right, we're not going to give up on our dreams so easily. We can achieve anything when we work together with the entire SSS. As ever said, thank you. It's reassuring to know you have your help. I'm ready to lend my strength to the cause as well. I guess I can lend a hand too. Please take care of yourself, Lloyd. I don't want to have to treat you too. I will, Cecile, promise. I will, Cecile, promise. Okay, let's go think on what our best course of action from here on will be. I wonder what his motives, Dieter's. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm ashamed there's nothing more I can do for him. Yeah, shoulder what should have been my burden time and time again, Please don't blame yourself, Mr. Speaker. You're doing what any crossbow would do if they had the fucking power. Although
I know Lloyd and his friends can take care of themselves, but please, keep lighting their way, Guy.
watch out. Shit. What the? Where did that come from? Are we under attack? Don't think so. Nor do I take a closer look. I've never seen anything like the script, though. Looks like an old school style of writing from the East, and I'm guessing it's coded. Like I use this exact code in my worker uniform, it says. The dancer and former zero child are in our care. Come to the ancient battlefield to southeast, we await you. Oh, a note written in Eastern code delivered on a kunai meant for Yin, now hard to figure out who's from, who they have in custody. At least they're both alright. I told you Key is strong, didn't I? Still, why would they be looking at Ilya as well? Is something wrong, Lloyd? Wait. You don't think this is? I ran snow most likely. They wouldn't have waited this long to contact us without a reason. They must be under their care, but that doesn't mean they're safe. No. Ancient Battlefield's where the cult has its base, right? Can't say I have good feelings about this, but you're not going to stop, are you? Of course, as long as there's a chance Keels is there, there's no great danger. We'll do whatever it takes to keep her safe. Go the same way. Not going simply isn't an option. Where our loved ones are, that's right. Let's make sure we're fully prepared off. Yeah. Yeah, we can continue. Oh, what's your name? It's a strange feeling. Okay. I'm wrong, Lloyd. Oh, sorry. I thought I must sense something strange, but it must be in my imagination. Well, why does my pocket feel bulkier all of a sudden? The hell is that? A mirror? How particular looking? Where did you find it? I'm not sure I've never seen it before. Turns the sounds just appeared in my pocket out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this just happened. I'm guessing one of the village kids slipped in your pocket as a prank. Maybe, but I doubt any of them could have pulled it off without me noticing. But if that's not it, then how did it get in my pocket? I can't even hazard a guess. I feel as though I have it for a reason. So bizarre. Where could it have come from? Progress in little storage has been unlocked for now. Progress in one or more of those storage and trails to walk. Huh? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I could switch equipment, so I'm guessing I can switch equipment and shift from teams. Oh, that's cool. Sir? But you know what's right. There's trails to walk. Fuck. Okay, so I think I have to play for Rean's route. Okay, yeah, this is, awesome game. It did not tell me which route I'm supposed to even go through. Yeah, I think I gotta play for Rean.
We're finally here.
Damn, is it 10 already?
Sure is. Heimdallr's pretty far from Ymir.
Our next target shall be the muck and mire that gathers in the Vermilion City.
The Vermilion City C mentioned can only be Heimdallr. But the capital is gigantic. We're going to need some way to narrow our search radius.
If you ask me, the racecourse in the Garnier district seems suspicious.
Do they now?
I know. I'll save having fun till our work's done.
I'd be happy to take you anywhere you like once we've ensured Prince Olivert is safe. As long as it's not the kind of shady businesses I know you want to go to.
I gotcha. Can't very well go to him in uniform.
That's not the problem here, Ash.
We can go for dessert though, right?
Of course. It'll be on me, even. Just focus on the investigation first. Let's start with Lady Arie, since she's agreed to speak with us.
To the training hall in the Laika district we go then.
More after learning about major class cover, I discussed how we should act. Steps contact Class 7 members informing the situation. First, matter crossbow itself. We knew the major intel was on control of the Government General and the Defense Force. Several regions welfare nodded at us, but as it's been honestly from the outside world, we had no way to learn more. Indeed, there was what we could do for that on the time being. There was the matter of the search for Prince Olivert and his wife. Their whereabouts remain unknown. Furthermore, around 7 system we had used to stay in touch over a long distance relied on artifacts stored on Courageous 2, and with the airship stolen, that method of communication was lost to us. One clue was a message sent to the television by sea. Vague as it was, the information was undoubtedly our best lead in unraveling the mystery of Prince's disappearance. With hope on our horizon, we set about dividing ourselves into several groups. Major Clarion agreed to head east to get a handle on the situation crossbow. Meanwhile, Lord Mateus, Kurt would head west and rendezvous with the students at Vantage School. We usually volunteered to return to their branch camps to meet with the principal and her fellow students, as well as seek help from other sources. Others were allowed to play with our cause. Meanwhile, I was bring Altina and Ash with me to Heimdallr to follow and trail us by C's message.
That is basically our situation as it stands. His Excellency also asked us to tell you that he hopes you'll be able to look after the hall in his extended absence.
Thank you for updating me on everything going on.
It's the least we could do. Your husband did a lot for us.
More like put us through the goddamn ringer.
All while shrugging off our attacks like we were nothing more than a bunch of buzzing mosquitoes. We sent Kurt flying off a cliff, too. I found him quite terrifying.
I do hope he didn't leave you with any lasting trauma. Still, his is a measured hand. If he came at you that fiercely, he trusted you could handle it. I hope you can understand that he only did what he did because he saw potential in all of you.
Dude, don't worry. Yeah, I could tell he wasn't acting with any ill will. If any, I'm the one with a certain reputation of being a strong disciplinarian around here. Based on how often I see my students quick at their knees, I'd rather they fear me more than my husband. We caught wind of that when we were in here for field exercises. Kurt's got some monster parent. Perhaps this guy ain't half Martian or something. And the time I stood with him, it was clear there was more to him than a certain presence of battle. He's kind of shared some wisdom with me too, was he now? And he's a man of few words, that's unusual. I can't picture that happening at all. The same here. Please don't speak rudely about the man in front of the wife, about his wife, you two. Don't worry, I appreciate their honesty. I'm glad we see that you all seem even more united as a class than you could when you did here. Do continue to look after Kurt, of course. We would, even if we weren't asked to. And if he wants to help get into trying to help, I'm his guy. Anyways, over here, I think having it at Orient, the capital. Just we're here split up across everyone and search for information as Prince Oliver's whereabouts. I'm sure I'm as well informed on the situation here in Crossbow as I would be, but there is one thing I feel is worth. What is that? I feel as though there are more people coming and going than there should be, especially given how there are no festival celebrations here around this time of year. It's making the capital feel more restless than usual. Differently how they do during Summer Festival. It's as though there's something stagnant in the air. Bitch, I'm gonna kill you fuckers. I'll be glad not to have to deal with any more Calvary spots at festivals, that's for sure. The stagnant air is all you got in the city to begin with. If you feel any out of whack, soldier? Not especially if I'm honest. I'm guessing it's a relatively slight difference, ma'am. It may be my imagination. You've been in Heimdallr for a long time, and something feels amiss, and like it is. We'll keep it in mind as you get fate. I'm sorry, I can't provide you with any more concrete information. There is one thing I can, however. I'd like you to introduce you to someone more dependable to aid in investigation. Who? Oh, well, I say introduce, but you already know her particular well. She should be here any moment now. Oh, here we are.
May I come in?
Alfred.
I think I know who that is.
I suspected as much.
By all means.
Elise.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all again. The same to you.
So she's our little helper, huh?
Indeed. Sister to Rean, friend to Princess Alphen, and head of St. Astraya's student council. The noble Elise Schwarzer herself.
The princess and Muse have already apprised me of the situation, so I spoke with Lady Aurier and volunteered to aid you upon your arrival. I apologize if my behavior strikes you as meddlesome, but I am certain that I will be able to aid you in your investigation. You do know more about the capital than any of us.
You're not coming, and that's final.
But...
Out comes the big brother.
There's still far too much we don't know about the situation here. Given that our enemies pilfered the name of the Imperial Liberation Front, we could very well be dealing with terrorists. Involving a civilian in this would be downright irresponsible.
So I'm just a civilian, am I? Just a no-good student without a mote of power to her name?
That's not what I'm trying to...
Oh, I think it is. But even leaving that aside, your blunt dismissal misses an important point.
And what point is that?
That the situation at hand doesn't relate to me, when I am Princess Alphen's dearest friend.
But that is that, and this is... this.
As we speak, she is racked with worry over her brother's well-being. Yet, as the matter is confidential, she has to feign a smile and act as though everything is normal. She cannot cast her responsibilities aside and aid in the search herself either. And because she cannot, I will do so in her place. If I just sit by idly while she suffers in silence and do nothing to alleviate her burden, I won't be fit to call myself her friend ever again.
Elise.
Looks like you lose this one, Schwarzer.
You realize both of them are Schwarzer in this context.
If I may, I think you would do well to put your trust in her here. Her skill with a rapier is formidable.
That may be so, but...
I have toiled long and hard to master the art of fencing passed down through our family. Of late, I have even grown under Lady Aurier's tutelage. And far from letting my pen rest while my sword hand improves, I have overcome many a challenge as student council president. I am no longer a cowering child in need of your protection, dear brother.
All right. Ash called this one right. You win.
Then...
We'll be glad to have your assistance. But if things get dangerous, I want you to do as I say. Deal?
Deal.
I wish you all well in your investigation. Please, do be careful. Should I catch wind of anything you hear, I'll let you know immediately.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Then let us set off.
Listen. I don't. Elixir, what the hell? Oh, this you replaced the. Oh, okay. Okay. So basically, it's Kaleido. You should be a spellcaster or some shit. Do you have any costumes? Cool. Wow. Let's see what we do next. We have to meet up with the rest of our friends who come to the capital, but still plenty of time for our scheduling. Yeah, no point in rushing. We're retaining our intelligence. The way we can get out of this long way. Given our familiar with the area, certainly sounds like the most efficient plan. Honestly, we're supposed to be apparently the violin nerd. We're supposed to meet up with his from here. Right, Elliot has been on tour, so he's been working to see. Marcus in the capital too. Marcus, let's tow and share. I hope they're doing all right. I'm sure they are. Now let's focus on what we can do. You're right, Rean. You okay? Okay, man. Oh, isn't Rean in class 7? Was be your young sister, right? I never thought you'd see you drop on it. Sergeant Bard, it's good to see you again, Emma and Teresa. My name is Elise Schwartz. It's a pleasure to meet you both. If I serve correctly, you both serve in Imperial Air Force, yeah? Are you Air Force? Good, but not quite. We're being transferred to joint operations from Inspector Van Dyke. You are as for use and retiming. But something tells me there's more to the story than that. Well, Rean sharp as ever. Something smells fishy, and that's the Lishida Aqueduct. We'd love to see you, I don't know, to be honest, but it's still being treated as top secret military operation. We promise we'll compare notes when it comes to. We'll look forward to it. Yeah, I told him, yeah. Probably, I know it's probably okay, but in fact, we haven't heard it worse. They scale out intelligence vision, so first thing all we do is do that. Yeah. Face, you're right. There's no point in wringing a hand out from now. Let's just do what we can from here on. That's right. You guys may be tough times ahead. Let's forward. Yep. I did make sure I killed him. That's right. He's giving me bad advice, and I don't trust it. Into protection. Oh shit. Oh. He doesn't want to go. It's just leave. Yeah. Look. Oh, yeah. That guy's fucking weird. Yeah, just gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, well. Oh, do I get fucked? No? Yeah, it's like, yeah. The way that you do that, yeah. Well, okay. Ask them if you want to go. I'm never. They're gone. Then he's a coward.
Should we check the Imperial Museum while we're here?
Wouldn't hurt to poke our noses inside. My old upperclassmen might even be on shift.
Your Imperial Museum. There don't seem to be any visitors today.
If it isn't Rean. Haven't seen you around here since the branch campus's field exercises.
Hey, Dorothy. Good to see you. How's work been treating you?
Pretty good, all things considered. Actually, my publisher's been pushing me to become a full-time author after how well my latest novel sold. But I like my work as a curator too, so I don't think I'm ready to quit just yet.
That's great. Always nice to have options.
The reason I don't want to go writing in full time, I'd probably become a total shut-in by myself is to find the best way to seek inspiration, observe daily life, people watch those speak. Why, as I was on my way home work for the other day, I spotted a budding flower nearby. My way, and I can't keep doing this. My nose is going to bleed over my bust at this rate. Snow Orange, Heinz holding high spirit. I've been wanting to give you an update to the joint liberation between the old literature club, motherfuckers. Well, I was to gather information collected myself. Dottie and I haven't given them hope to submit them yet, motherfucker. Yeah, well, yeah, if I told you, I feel like it, so I might time for you gives it, no doubt. Right here to capital today. So see how much she's here. Fuck. Yeah, something like that. It's just me, or there are fewer visitors here in Noma. You notice at the moment that the museum put a restriction on a number of visitors. They allowed one recently. Came up with around. What do you mean? The museum is connected in Heimdallr catacombs. We've been hearing it sounds like voices coming from that direction lately. It's kind of scary. To monsters and anything like that. It sounds more like a ghost or something. It's completely unnatural. Does have my overall stab take a look. But I didn't come across any signs of monsters. Ghosts, I expect us to believe it. May I remind you that we experienced monsters in the magic night down here already. Mind to mention, this was a spot of dark dragon's nest appeared before the great twilight. Something abnormal happened again is now the question. Sarah told the shop something. Yes, she had the courage as much. Was breaking and starting to investigate. I don't think it was something to do with the noises we've been here through. I want to keep her in mind. We'll begin our investigation soon. We have a formal request in with the guild already. I guess it's swamped out. Instead of be around for it, it's just a shame. But we can't go forward. Check on check. She look into it. Appreciate this. Yeah, so you should take this. Using P. Silver zip, be careful, we will be. Yep. Stupid mom. Yeah, have a nice day. Yeah, my mom, she's an idiot sometimes, I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah, she probably forgot. Yeah, but she's gone. Please, don't you? Yeah. What's up? Your mom died. Stupid bitch. I mean, she was such an idiot. She's one of the dumbest people I know. Hey. Yeah, we're, oh, I'm not, giving you that. Yeah. You know, Yep. Hey.
Business as usual here, even with the prince gone MIA.
Yeah.
The information blackout will only last for so long. We need to find a lead soon.
Agreed. We'll need to give this place a thorough look.
Imperial Chronicle, special chapter. And that's cross overtaken by former Governor General on March 15th, the afternoon, the signing ceremony marking Crossspell's official transition back into the installment state was disrupted by a group of armed soldiers. Within a matter of hours, the attackers claimed entire territory, making the Republic across the continent. Regulator, former Governor Rufus, based on footage taken at the scene, the insurrection was led by Crossspell's former Governor General Rufus. Previously thought to be in prison, the soldiers themselves, clad in black, are believed to be remnants of the Imperial Defense Force who illegally occupied Crossbell after the end of the Great War, along with the Governor General. They previously also had been confirmed in Oryx Fort. New information obtained by Imperial Chronicle was revealed that late at night on March 14, the fort was besieged by unknown forces. Rufus Alvarez and the Imperial Defense Force members who escaped together. In fact, Crossbell was subsequently attacked and captured in the span of just half a day, just as the armed takeover was both premeditated and highly organized. Declarations of the United Nations outside communications to Crossbell were cut off in the aftermath of the assault. Prior to the blackout, former Governor General Rufus Alvarez declared himself to be the new head of Crossbell, Supreme Leader, announcing establishing the United Nations. Crossbell has a press time. The motive behind the uprising and its connection to the deceased Chancellor Albert remain uncertain. The airborne government denies involvement. Upon hearing news of the incident, Carl Reagan, French head of the airborne government, hurried to make a statement on the matter. And we acknowledge that security at Oryx 4 had been proved to be insufficient. He firmly declared the Imperial government had no involvement with Rufus Alvarez's initiative, and the occupation was both unjust and illegal. With the memory of the Great War still weighing heavily on the minds of the international fucking community, well-informed sources contend that airborne government is not in a position to directly intervene in that navigating the politics of the situation proved difficult for the country's leadership. Economic activity across airborne stabilizing. The cause of post-war events combined with significant reparations paid to the Republic of Caldor has seen economic activity across all parts of the Empire decline. Nevertheless, some select regions have begun showing signs of recovery thanks to the combined efforts of the central government and the four great houses, who are working closely to stimulate trade and the flow of goods throughout the nation. One economist then, when asked to comment on Imperial Chronicle, remarked, at this stage of the country is pivoting away from a wartime economy. It'll take some time before it achieve a complete recovery. Military affairs: 2 army divisions dissolved in accordance with the ceasefire signed by the Empire, and Imperial Army will enter phase 3 of a drawdown. As part of the those divisions, the newly formed 21st, 24th divisions will be disbanded by members integrated into other divisions. Doing so will reduce Airborne's military strength to a degree below where it was before enacting the National Mobilization Law. But members of the manufacturing sector are pleased about its fucking implications in mitigating its ongoing labor shortage. Some members of the armed forces have voiced their fucking disapproval. Furthermore, General Van Dyke officially announced yesterday his intention to resume his retirement once the drawdown chain command instructions are complete. And national Cavalian presidential approval remains high. The popularity of new Cavalian president Roy Gramhart, it's a nice name, appears to have risen even higher after passing the massive war reparations received from the Empire early in his term. It says the president who took off at the beginning of the year already enjoyed a great support from the populace for taking a firm stance towards the Empire prior to his inauguration. It appears to have already beaten the approval record maintained by his predecessor, Samuel Rocksmith. Some political analysts remain skeptical of his fucking long-term prospects, however, believing such an unpopular stimulus to be a short-sighted decision that would do little to maintain long-term stability of his administration. Debatable. Money will help citizens. Culture, gourmet, tourism possibly on the rise again. After being recently featured again in popular magazines and number of publications, the concept of gourmet tourism, where travelers venture across multiple regional spots renowned for their cuisine, has gained renowned attention. In particular, younger travelers are turning out more than ever to eat their way through Zemir one at a time. The impetus for this development lies in local tourism industry efforts to attract new visitors, which has been after the war. This led individual outlets to develop new menus in response, notably with a focus on limited time offerings. Readers who are interested to taste them, therefore, advised to do so sooner rather than later, lest such delicacies vanish for fucking good. There's no war. Idiots. I'm just trying to figure out some shit. I hate this fucking bullshit. Uh-huh. Goodbye. Yep. Goddamn virgin, bitch. Geez, these books are fucking insane. That was insane, man. They get killed by this. You killed. No. Yeah. Bastards. I don't know what to do anymore.
No.
Moonless Morris. Chapter 5, Sayu's fight. Chulin followed Sayu's pointed finger toward a cliff that towered behind the only to see a man. Special delivery, Sayu. Your BFF has arrived. Best friend forever. There's that annoying ass crap voice. As Oni's attention turned to the source of the new voice echoing throughout the fucking mountain, the young man leaped from his place, the sun eclipsing his body with stark shadows and that made impossible his face. Chulin could see he was taller and leaner than him, and dressed in all furs, the hooded part further covering his face. But that was all he could do to surmise of him. Well, Chulin supposed he could surmise one other thing. He knew how to fight. Yodi startled as he formed a disc-shaped buckler of stone to fend off the upcoming dog kick. Another damn mouse that's gonna nibble at my toes. Come all you like. The number makes no difference to me, bitches. The young man, however, simply used this shield as a stepping stone to spring himself into the air a second time. Your back's wide open, scribbled face, first twisting into the air. He then landed behind the Oni and launched a flurry of punches at the tower. He stunned red back before him. The speed of these attacks made it feel as though his fist had multiplied to deliver a veritable storm of strikes. A fine effort, but it's nowhere near enough. The onslaught pushed Oni back to a stagger at most. He immediately strained and kicked off the ground, soaring away and summoned a rock wall to cover his retreat. The young man halted and turned, jumping backward to put yet more distance between them. You had just to make a dramatic entrance, didn't you? Just had to make a dramatic entrance, didn't you, Dao? Sayo tried up a smirk. No way. Complete confidence that I showed up just in the nick of time, Dao answered while dodging a counterattack from Yoni, showing them an unperturbed smile as he did. So, he didn't add it. I will say, though, I'm glad I showed up when I did. Got to see something very interesting. Children had no trouble guessing to what he was referring. It was the idea of using their villain's rock walls to stab him in his blind spots, just as he had done with his Nagasa. As Sayu put it, these earthen walls are not the perfect defense. They're made out to be on the surface, but Dao also knows something else. And I don't just mean the blind spots you were exploiting. I mean that those walls don't just come out instinctively when he needs them. Yeah, if we take advantage of that, he's as good as done, proclaimed Sayu. She then whistled, turning her relative's attention toward her as she made some sort of shorthand signal. The young man's hood bent forward as he nodded in return, bitches. And then immediately she began launching sporadically at times like this to demand Yoni's attention. It's almost like you two share one mind, Julian observed. I guess he was worth meeting up with all after all. Tell me about it, she agreed. Okay, Chulin, let's move out. Sayu guided Chulin to a nearby hill that overlooked a snow-covered slope. Atop this was a giant lump of ice, balance, uncertainty. Certainly no, bitch. With an avalanche worth of snow built up as a frozen snake mat snatched the moisture from the air surrounding it. Down to slowly lead the Oni to this very slope. Chulin questioned this plan with a raised eyebrow. I get the plan, but he's not stupid enough to fall for such an obvious trap, is he? She returned the question with a cheeky smile and held up the cylindrical trinket to his face to answer his question. No sense in me hiding what it could do to you now. I'm going to go get things ready. You just wait for my signal. You'll know exactly where to shoot. I'm sure I will. Chulin looked through his binoculars at the point Sayu implied, then put them down and muttered to himself that abomination this was as a man of the mountain while fixing the scope of his muzzleloader. Now, at the same time, Dao continued drawing the Oni into their desired point in a merry chase, consisting of attacking, retreating, attacking, and retreating again. I admire the way you so desperately clean your life, Mouse, the Oni growled, swinging his stony fist with a winning man's wild energy. It appeared he hadn't noticed his prey was intentionally leading him elsewhere, but I grow tired of playing with you. Oblivion will suit you well. Now come here! Impatience building, he wrapped a massive wealth of stone around his fucking hand that loosed a single punch filled with murderous intent like any of the previous. A drink hit from such a blow would have been more than any human being body could bear. Yeah, in the next instance, Oni's tattooed face twisted with perplexity. His tightened fist was not, as he expected, wrapped by a corpse, but rather swathed in the fur the young man had been wearing. We call that molding. See, I got some tricks up my sleeve, too. Having shed his fur garment, Dao split through the air, a provoking sparkle on his now revealed face. A handsome one with close-cropped dark blue hair. He came through the uncertainty. He came through. He certainly was. There was no doubt the wild hair that accompanied it. His every fucking gesture was light, feral, and free. Continuing this game, you're scampering all you like, the Oni snarled. By the end of it, you'll still be smeared across a mountain. He aimed his snake strike toward the ground, controlling the fragments of the stone that rose from it. He slung them toward Dao, bathing the young man in a merciless storm of shrapnel. Dao continued to move backward, despite being pelted from head to toe. His movements keeping the damage done to a minimum as he maintained a safe distance between himself and his oncoming foe. This gap was, in fact, one of the signals to his two allies that Oni had arrived at the right spot for a full-on assault. Now fully engrossing by the shift in Dao's action, Oni had time to wonder about the three bolts from a crossbow that flew over his head in a moment. Chulin ready. Chulin replied to Sao Yu. His weapon's scope was fixed on a small chunk of ice with frozen stalactite hanging from his body. Mere seconds later, the fire spat from Chulin's muzzleloader. The bullet binding to the most vulnerable chunk, the point destroyed. The weight it supported was now too much to bear, forcing a massive amount of ice to begin collapsing inward on itself as it threatened to hurtle down the slope. As if to follow the lead of the crumbling ice, a range of snow covered the face of the slope followed. No simple landslide would have been a threat to the Oni and his wealth of experience, but its mighty force would be like the beast on the sides of the mountains, like cell shedding its wintry coat. Chulin could see the light dancing through the fog at places along the incline. The three exact locations where Sayu had shot her bows, the slope began to tremble with greater force. The moment the light and fog given off by the bolts faded, the earth truly awakened with a terrifying moan. The ice and the snow at the top of the slope now began collapsing. They rumbled down the mountain with a speed in which nothing could escape. Ha! The Oni cried for amusing an interesting gambit, but Yo, the monster of a man, had no time for retorts. Yet he realized too late. Before he could finish his sentence, the avalanche had rushed downward to swallow his legs, and the buildup around him increasing at far too great speed for him to summon a new wall of stone to protect him. Cold, holy, violent waves continued to crash into him, engulfing his form until even his vibrant tattoos were buried beneath the silvery white drifts. By the end of it, he had been completely entombed beneath ice and snow. Did we get him? Chulin called out. Tiny Sugar Kid, I doubt that'll kill a guy like him, but I don't think he'll be getting out anytime soon. Great. Too immoral for an analyst. But just how did you manage to pull off one that size? He was still in awe at just what he shot was a few bolts in the bullet, but the cause versus effect was still on a seemingly inconceivable scale. I just adjusted the moisture along the slope and made conditions ideal for the stone to slide, answered Sayu as she removed the trinket from a custom slot on her crossbow, returned to be around her neck. Each bow has been fused with a kind of energy from it being fired, and Chulin now realized they retain their connective energy even after being fired off a good distance away. That little cylinder was a key, huh? Figures, Chulin muttered. The Oni was after it too, but even still, I can't believe it was the power to adjust the moisture of the whole face. Chulin's need for answers was now at its peak. If there was some kind of paranormal event behind it all, perhaps understanding it would help him learn more about mysterious origins behind Raiji. Now to grow Sayu, you're playing God and in on one. You're good enough, right? Not hurt anywhere. Dao hurried over. The two of them rattling off the questions and commentary once. once close enough through a chump leaf that stuck out of his mouth. His hair may have been a different color from his relatives, and their clothing had similar patterns, and their tan skin held the same natural shade. He, however, had opted to paint over his in a way that very much stood out. I'm fine. I was more worried about you, Dao. Just where were you? Sorry about that, he replied with a humble smile. I'd actually stopped by a village near here to gather something to first. Some luck though, huh? First, some wolves were running wild, and then the Oni showed up. But they should be behind us now. Still, Dao took Xiaoyu by the shoulders and folded her, get her securely in his arms as he fixed someone in his gaze. You a local hunter? Maybe. Thanks for helping Xiaoyu. I should be the one saying thanks, Chulin replied. You're Dao? I think it was. You're Xiaoyu's. What, brother? Close enough. We're technically cousins, but we may as well be brother and sister. And you might have heard of me, Tornado. Dao, ring a bell? It sure doesn't, but it's a pleasure. Chulin offered his hand, which Dao took. Dao's overhand was off the side with Dao preventing this stranger. We only just met from getting close to her. Chulin followed up. Well, I've got an awful lot of questions after all this, but we can save that for once we're not outside. The river's only going to get worse tonight. He then looked at the sky, watching as wind carried clouds to snow. To him, it was the spirits of the mountain had seen the whole affair, and they were in a frightful rage for it. To be continued. Yeah. Chapter 6. Thus spoke a woodland wanderer. Nestled in the northeastern corner of Zemuria, continent loomed Mount Whitecrone. Its body played mother to a rich, unique culture and ecosystem. But though loved deeply by the people who made it their fucking home, you bastards, she was not merciful in turn. The many mysteries and phenomena she held, seen as events worthy of worship for some, while mere fables worthy of dismissal for others, made life very difficult indeed. But still, they continued to live on her embrace, accepting that this was and would always be her way. There were those who insisted there was a connection between the stories and the mountain and the mysterious disappearance of the greatest Montagu who ever lived, Kyun. Olkis, it was on this day that Chulin... Okay, his name was Kyun Olkis. Alright, bitches. It was on this day that Chulin was about to come face to face with the truth behind this long-sung tale through a thread looming in the shadows, all while discovering something more about himself than he ever thought possible, and all through the words of someone who came from somewhere far away. So that weird little thing is called a cylinder of the frozen sky. I've never actually seen an artifact before. As the sun set, Mount Raiko wailed as wind and snow kicked up to these big new invaders and unwelcome. They had moved quickly, which is why the three of them, Chulun, Xiaoyu, and Dao, now huddled around a campfire in a small cave. The blizzard raging on just arched away. Dao, who had lost his fur coat during their lively encounter, had taken a pounding liberal amounts of wood into the fire. According to the two foreigners, the cylinder of the frozen sky was capable of adjusting the concentration of moisture in the air. Let me see. Moisture in the air, or even controlling the weather within a certain radius. That made quick work the mysterious of the mystery of how she was able to create a fog from seemingly nothing to banish snowstorm with a flicker of light. And it's also how you were able to cause an avalanche that huge. Joan asked, though he knew the answer. Yeah. I concentrate its power in the bolts and adjusted the moisture of the snow where the bolts land. If you know how it works, it links up well with weapons. Oh, well enough. You make it sound like it's not something beyond belief. Yeah. I almost still don't believe it. Chulin, surprised. Wasn't just an artifact, but a series of events that occurred in an unbelievable session. The whole day had succeeded in astounding him utterly. From the man tribe responsible for this artifact, and hand to the man who hunted them with an expression of malicious thrill, and how this girl seemed to know so much about the world, so much he didn't know. He had never experienced the things he seemed so indifferent to in all these years in the mountain, and with that in mind, he forever wondered if these were the kinds of things his old friends who left the village were now experiencing on their journey. Realizing how little he knew about the outside world startled him in one sense, but in another, it left him curious about more revelations. Dal gave him a warm laugh as he wrapped his arms around her shoulders to pull her in as he had done for her. Ain't she something else? Doesn't matter how bad situations get, she can always think up a way out. Dal, we've talked about this Sayu wine, and she shrugged him off. Even this small interplay between the two that had no doubt having countless time before felt like something that had come from another world entirely. Their every word, their every interaction served as to overwhelm Chulin, making him realize just how small his distance truly was, dwarfing his spirit even more than the mountain that rose high above them, you damn bastard. But his loyalty to the mountain remained even in this bizarre, enlightening befuddlement. He was talking, and through that, the weight of the situation was twice so inspiring. It was action and some becoming threat from roaching upon his small world fervor. It's still hard to wrap my head around it. But are you planning to get that part you mentioned back from Raiju? Chulin pushed the discussion forward, just not to cover the erupting conflict with him, but to provide himself some direction. He needed to know precisely where to go in order to discover the role he had meant to play in reality. Unfolding for him. Yeah, confirmed Sayu, it needs to be complete so we can offer it to the shrine. And once it's complete, it should give us the power we need to take down Oni for good. She went on to say that they had known the part needed was on Mount Rychrome, but until she saw it, she was unaware that it had fused with the indigenous life. And yet, that changed nothing, for they had freed fused or free. This new direction failed to anchor him, as he hoped he met a fated, beastly rival he hadn't seen in years, only due to the influence of the outsiders who revealed to him what gave the beast its legendary status. It was nothing he could have possibly predicted. It came with a strange sensation that he wouldn't be quite able to put it into words. It promoted that his past had run off without him, morphing and distorting under the watchful eyes of others. Still, it was no longer narrative to call his own. Even if he had to be the one to confront in the present, he continued on. It was all he could do. Right, that Oni's entirely different problem. With Raiju, at least there was a tangible connection. Distorted, it was now cemented. These implausible circumstances in reality. The Oni, though, made him feel as though he had been thrust right back into the realm of fantasy. Though they could not afford to let the monster of a man remain the dominant party between them. Taking up his rifle, Chulin wordlessly stepped away from the fire, turned toward the entrance, of which there was only a swirling vortex of night sky and snow. Where are you headed off to all of a sudden? Dal stood and reached out to Chulin, grabbing his shoulder. Stop him in his track. I can't let the Oni kill Raiju, so I need you to hunt him down before he rises from the snow. It would get to be a disaster if he snatched the part before we could get it. When he turned to answer them, it was met with two unexpected expressions. Expressions one normally wouldn't present in the face of someone readying themselves for a fight to the death. They were smiling unexpectedly, though they were found comfort in that being in their natural reaction. Dal answered, well, we're all going in the same boat. Wouldn't hurt to bring someone like me if you're open to have a partner and help you race the Oni to the finish line. I'll tell you what, I got a mean kick, and since Raiju was part of the artifact, as a part of the artifact inside it, we both should know our way around it. Sayu added, I doubt either of us will slow you down. Both of them were right. There's a good reason for Chulin to be so possessive. Over this hunt, let me see. Over this hunt, there was no greater recipe for seeing its success than cooperating with two who may know the beast better than he ever thought he did. I don't doubt that, Chulin responded, but the King of Thunder and I have a history. Why was he so stubborn about this? Group hunts were of Antagi tradition, so they were more familiar to him. But here he was, impatiently eager to rush ahead of his own. A part of him was embarrassed by all this confusion when their reactions were among those few things in the moment rooted to coherence. Why do you want to go alone? Sayu asked, how come nothing seems to shake you? Chulin responded with a question of his own. Again, he hoped their answer would anchor him in some way and push him in a right sound direction that would help him feel the ease they did. So I answered without hesitation, because my goal wasn't end with meaning, not just to our people as a whole, but to me as a person. So all that's left to do is achieve it. Makes sense. It it didn't. He didn't know anything about what truly drove her, or what gave this mission for her such meaning that drowned out all hesitation. But he could, at least, however, invisible, however intangible it was, feel a foundational strength in her answer that brought him comfort. Dal sought to comfort him in another way. Don't think too hard about it. Sayu's an unusual one. Even I have trouble understanding her sometimes. For now, let's just boil it down to us wanting to have your back in a fight. That's good enough. Between the talk, Dal had retrieved some things to prepare for heading back out before returning to Truland's side to clap him encouraging on the shoulder. Yeah, good for now. At the same time, Truland was still unaware that the very thing his heart to hesitate was calling for a memory very deep within. Is that Alan, Bridget? Hey, Rean, thanks for running to you here. It's been a while, and Alan and I were just enjoying some quality time together, but you want vicious starting to rope, so that's mean the army has been keeping you busy. Pretty much our armor division has been stretched thin due to being scaled back. I'm doing everything I can to reduce the load on Gerald Quay and Neural Nihar. I still owe them a lot after the war. That's why I volunteered to travel around the Empire, serve as a painter, soldier, drone instructor, and work on communication missions. The whole reason I'm in the capital today was to make a report. It's about something that totally affects all the divisions. It seems a little shady to me. But we're covering all our bases, just be safe. We'll cause you to find suspicious. I don't think he's allowed to share that. But I wouldn't be surprised if you guys end up finding on your own. Don't be surprised if your pure army reaches out to you when you come. Pyramid Madness makes me more worried about what you have been doing, even though Billy have been stressed this year. But many families reorganize their territories. My family has been helping coordinate. Father's been so busy, now I've had to help him, which means it's even harder for Alan and I to make it seem one another. It helps knowing that we'll finally be able to hold our wedding once things calm down. No shit, I bet that's a motivator. I suppose it's about time you two tied now, so congratulations. Thanks, man. It's been, I feel like a man worthy of being on British side after leading the war. I don't plan on letting the change between the big and day. Oh, Alan. You'll ever heard from Alien Allen, the Armed Division and the Air Force are both preparing for some sort of top secret mission. And that, getting Christine Air Mail doesn't mean that. Fucking shit. I mean, I spent over 30 fucking minutes reading. Man, I'm sorry, man. This shit's crazy. I wonder if those characters, the Matali, are going to be in Daybreak or Calvert series. I don't fucking know. Maybe in the Eastern series. Good job.
Now...
This shit, I mean, I spent all this fucking time reading. I am so pissed. Okay, now. Yeah, I just... Well, if it isn't Class 7. I know that you're in the capital. We weren't expecting to run into the two of you here. This is a bad time. Everyone here looks busy. Don't worry about that. I was just in the mood for a break anyway. There's no better way to get hot scoops talking to you, Rean. Although I'm guessing your sister would have plenty of gross share to being the crown president and all. I won't be sure about that. I'm definitely asking to interview at some point. I think we all know what it'll be about. You can't just drop that. Nah, yeah, be the ones with you. Either way, we're gonna make sure you stand by. I'm gonna go sit down. No. Is there a reason, Ursula? Yep. I am technically, after I finished helping out the branch campus, I started another year studying crossbow. And while I was here in the Heimdallr training station, crossbow, here I am. That will explain it. The officer come here to spend some time for her sister. She's helping with clerical work part-time right now. A couple bring hearts, yeah, I couldn't say no. Have either make a win or whatever. That sounds very illegal. So I'm thinking once I was coming from Governor General selling the government of supreme leader, that's a shocker. Craziness you saw when you came in here is everyone trying to get a special issue about it all. Still somewhat strange how little of the general population was reacting to the news. Everyone seemed shockingly calm. Everyone seemed shockingly calm. I've been getting the impression during my time in Capital 2 is due in part to the fact that everyone in the crossbow communication with everyone over here in the police force but in different crossbow, maybe that and the lack of me is keeping the reality of the situation from sinking in. As crossbow, as a chronicle conducted, in my opinion, any issues we sure have. I gotta say, I was surprised by what people thought about this. Most people responded that we should be avoiding any major conflicts. That's currently replying. Given the recent history of Airborne, I should assume people would respond belligerently. Maybe people are sick of this war. They have sick of my. The battle may have only lasted the entire day, but the economic toll of our reparations, the amount of toll on those who were excluded, cannot be ignored. It's taken half a year for us to get to the point where lives are finally back normal too. Of course, that's just your average airborne take on the issue, not the government stance. Neither the government nor his majesty have cleared things up on that front. Yeah. I'm trying to ask the military for a statement, if you not that. I'm surprised, but I still thanks for your information. I feel like I better grasp the situation now. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, now I've been Rean, Hot Scoop, Schwarzer. Why don't we have a little, tell me a little what's going on? Don't play dumb. I know all you do, yeah? Do they? I'm sorry, yeah, not quite. Now, since our first report a little while back, it's a rumor at this point. I hit up the fucking. Among eventually clear, I realized I was following the story. In fact, she didn't realize any other options. Reached out to me herself. That's how I know. I'm surprised you and Vivi your information share with me too, because I'm helping Vivi out. Fortunately, I don't think we know any more what you do yet. Yeah, but if we catch word of anything, you'll be the first to know. If you give us a call, catch word, all right, we'll do. Yeah, no.
That was so good! All right, we can officially cross Drykel's Plaza off the list. I'm ready to hit up the next spot.
There's no need to be in such a rush. How do you still have space in your stomach for more?
You insult me, Eustace. I need to try all the capital's mouth-watering morsels. I can't throw in the towel this early.
You need to sample them all without eating more than your body mass in one sitting.
Says you. I'm still growing. I gotta eat.
Growing up has less to do with regular consumption and more to do with acting like an adult.
Oh, hey guys. Counter-argument to that, by the way. If you want me to start acting like an adult, then you've got to start treating me like it. How's a girl supposed to feel big without being called a big sister?
Counter-argument to your counter-argument. That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Don't be mean.
I didn't expect you to come all this way early. We were just going around gathering info when we always have to see you here. He's want to help us out, that's why she's here. I'll do my best. I don't think there's any chance of that. You'll be fine to help. If you need anything, just lean on me. Thank you, I will. I think we can tell Lisa's going to be more reliable than asking you here, yeah? Rude, haha. See them install together and take place summer festival. How was that only a few months ago? It feels so much longer. It really does. I can't imagine you just saw that. I can't imagine you just saw what Rufus was going to do later. So it has to weigh heavily on him. But at least he has been able to help take his mind off it. All right, bitch. Come on, give Big Sissy some love. Please remove yourself from around my neck. We haven't seen each other forever. She's not trying to escape. Taylor's with them now. Go get some Jello ice cream from one of the stalls. I'll treat you. The milk ice cream is super rich and tasty. I'll need some room for lunch. I'm never going to grow any bigger if I only eat bare minimum. Chili. I'm getting another ridge on you since over last update. At this rate, you're going to need heels to get anywhere close to my height. But then again, I'm older, so maybe I've earned it. One ice cream cone, please, with 5 scoops. You only allow these 3 scoops, then take 3. I appreciate it if you made it possible. She really doesn't want to lose this thing they've got going on, huh? What is it? Fuck. Anyway, you guys are gathering intel or just on a date? We're standing by. We're currently not on a date. We've been looking for an flow of goods in the capital. That will explain why you were visiting multiple shops and stalls. What have you learned since then? Well, it seems like there's lots of groups buying books lately. It's all kind of stuff to food ornaments. It's almost something like you're getting raped or something. That is unusual. I get panic buying in response. Cross-post occupation, but lately implies before that. You know, the war is over and winter's still far off, so it can't be stocking up for the weather. Buyers sell suspicious of source. When we start looking into them in detail, we discovered they were either startups or foreign, and that they appear to exist in name only. Knowing answer to the mystery, bitch. Are you done with your ice cream? Wasn't it good? Yes, I have to admit that. Well, we're not here to discuss ice cream. If buyer exists in name only, could we be dealing with a case of fraud? Actually, no. And the transactions are legitimate. The sellers received their money and the goods were dispatched. Another snippet mystery is that there's no record of where any of these goods ended up. The division has tried to take them to some of the ore, but they all get forwarded over to the same place for sparing along with ores like this. They have better luck if they mark an order from the moment, but you know, whatever. Last right time. Right by the time they realize they're dealing with another one of these transactions, it's already long gone. So do we think whoever's doing this has gathered all the stuff they need by now? Probably. Sounds as though they're dealing with some very skilled criminals, perhaps reborn abilities, but his ore and supplies. What is it? Nothing worthy of note. I'm just wondering if it perhaps may lead across those new Supreme Leader instead. Well, it could. I just can't have all my brothers be so forced. Like final room list makes no sense to me, you bitch. Hey. I haven't known him for that long. Even worried about Von Bloods, even after it beat him in Imperial Fortress, he seemed pretty much done. I think we're all under the same impression. If the way speculating on what he's trying to do serves no purpose in that now, regardless of his reasons, I will be sure to right his wrong dealing with his brother. I'm sorry, we're just going through uses. Right now, our primary focus isn't him, but the missing prince and his princess. Doesn't mean we can afford to turn blind to crossbow mine. I'm just not sure what a crisis there and disappearance or connection in any way. But whatever the answer is, when our focus inevitably turns to him, you won't be alone confronting him. So don't try running off alone, okay? Don't worry, I wouldn't dare. I'm well aware there's only so much I can do alone. And good, your friends are here to help you in times of need. And definitely is here. Well then, we should get back to gathering information. That will be wise. The more we find, the better. Now let's go. Me and little Bunny's ready to go. We can't let the rest of Class 7 ones working hard. Well, I'll be here, whatever you need. Yeah.
The Emperor and Empress must be worried sick.
Yeah.
The Emperor and Empress must be worried sick.
Princess Elfin has tried to put on a brave face at school, but deep down...
I have it.
The sooner we can find him, the sooner everyone can rest easy.
Right. Let me know what I can do to help.
Okay.
Here, have a nice goodbye.
Now...
Large school of fish spotted.
Got a bite. Nice. Not bad at all. Now... Now...
You're dead.
Now...
Yeah.
Okay. Now...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I gotta get a red perch. Ah, women. They killed the kid, man. Goodbye.
Huh. This should be a good fishing spot.
Yeah, no.
Got a bite. Nice.
Goodbye.
It's a
Yeah.
whopper.
Red perch, bitches. I got the red fucking perch, you motherfuckers.
Motter Park is a popular spot to relax and unwind.
Don't I know it? I've taken some good-ass naps here. Oh, and there he is.
His music is always so beautiful.
Finding him sure didn't take long, huh?
They killed him. She's dead. Oh. She's dead. This is quite the crowd. This is Eris's tune. And not bad. It looks so much fun. We've come perfect time, then. Let's go get a better view. I don't know if we could have given it a better performance. It may have been our best one yet. There's always room for improvement.
I think I'm with them on this one. It's not often our ensemble comes together this perfectly.
You got me there. Yeah, I don't think a single note I was singing, did you? Yeah. No, we're all feeling it to the point where you can actually play as one. I think you two were so into it that you forgot we had an audience. Not sure I'd be proud of losing myself like that. Then when it's just you two and the music, there's nothing better than feeling the world. I'll give you past this time. I don't know, I was just happy, man. That's all that really matters. I was very happy. You know, we wouldn't be having moments like this if not for you two. Yeah, it wouldn't have shown up when you did. The experience gave me a real wake-up call just on music performance you have. It's up to decide how to use the power for ill will or good. I guess we decided last year. Can't believe we tried to make such a beautiful thing and twist it to inspire war. What were we thinking? And whatever it was, this isn't passed down. Actually, right back your old self was right. Good thing, too. Because say we wouldn't have gone nearly as well without you. You know, you never bring Venus way. Now we can focus on what we've learned and focus on bettering ourselves both as world musicians. Alright, make it sound like you'll be flying circles around me. If I don't pick up a sight, then we'll just pick up people with the face. You got sidetracked. Got a few face among the eyes and meant to say hello sooner. Your friend's doors? Alright, yeah, we should stick together. Yeah, let's go.
Sorry for making you wait, but I'm glad you stuck around for the show. What'd you think? No need to be polite. Tell us how we really did.
I thought it was brilliant. You were in perfect harmony with one another.
I was genuinely speechless.
Yeah, almost hurts that I wasn't able to catch the start of it.
I'll take that.
We thought we did well too, but it's nice hearing it was just in our heads. Let's see if I use this million. Indeed, we met for too long coming here, and now we're all together. Sorry if it feels like that way. We dragged you over our way. It was the first time you've seen each other as a whole. We encouraged you not too long ago. We hadn't had a chance to play together in ages. Couldn't pass it all with all us being Heimdallr now. The Reverie company started up a small orchard and I couldn't resist applying since I worked here, and Ron Moore's joined too, so here we are. I didn't know they started. Well, I imagine you'd have to be top notch to accept it. It wasn't easy getting accepted, let me tell you, bitch. But hey, we can't let Ellie show us stuff all the time, so it's worth the hustle. And it makes sense. I'm just glad you found a way to keep playing music that makes you happy. The thing that makes me happy is the four of us going on tour together in the future, so I hope we can. Really, consider my bags alright packed. Did you guys ever forget what we're talking about? Elliot can do what he likes. We have to work around our orchestra schedule. And I'm sure we can figure things out. By the way, I was expecting to see Ellis with you. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Your classes are sorely missed, bitch. I haven't done that many, but still nice of you to say, what are you, a teacher? I think the girls mentioned that to me, come to think of it. Or maybe she's just saying Shreya, correct? I'm provisional, but yeah, I'm still learning the ropes of learning the ropes to showing the ropes, but it's been a lot of fun. Oh, I want to teach you music again. I'm amazing you can carve out neck. Sing it. No? You get instructed at all girls school. Elliot always managed to look out in your life, huh? I wish I could lecture saying straight up just once would be enough. Yeah. You never will if you think he's looking out. Uh-huh. Oh, is that the time? Yeah, research flagships. We'll see you guys around. Have fun for the rest of the time here. Man, I'll make sure to do hope for rear still as well. If he fucking picks up his fucking lag yells did. Dude. I got some useful information. That was fast. Where are you from? A few fans. Some connections to Music Academy. Seems Imperial Army soldiers have been spotted in town a lot more than usual few days. Wherever they're meeting here, it's not over in the document. This is suspicious. Called Dad to see if he knew anything about it, but no luck there. It's probably even if you go pretty high up, I get the feeling he knew something I just wasn't sharing. It's very odd for soldiers to be having secret meetings while in uniform. It's all their foreign spies disguise themselves as fillers, but I don't see what they have to gain from their actions. Yeah, I don't think it's that deep. I'm with action on this one. I wouldn't shot me if they were still in uniform, but while we were off the clock, they were short on time. Shouldn't bother you at least? Yeah, there, but I like to get my thoughts in order and a lot more sharing. Alright, then. All we gotta do is something that smells fishy. Lady Warrior's instincts were actually on something. It's always here for certain, but it's like to see. We keep an eye on that back in our minds just in case. Right, you never know when peace comes there. Let's get exchanged then. Let's keep our eyes peeled, you bitches. Dumb bitch. Oh, I like that art, yeah. Oh, man. There's a lot of shit I gotta do here. There's a lot of stuff, yeah. Yeah, man. Get out. No? Bye.
For how tranquil this place usually is, I can't help but always think of when the ILF made a mess of it.
I remember being terrified when the princess and I were kidnapped at the time, but it feels like more a distant memory now. Every story I hear about you reminds me how strong a person you truly are.
Good job. Yeah. Oh, looks like we just got a band back together. I guess so. Ain't look every info. There's gonna be a good time where we're found. In that case, that will be me as a copying department for. Ready, let's hit now. There now.
Am I imagining things?
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
Slow early, but heck down lunch. 3 time, how about we take a meal time? I think you've eaten enough already. More than enough. I'll call you, you're not gonna do shit, no. Resident Regnus, me, my apologies for contacting you out of blue like this. Wondering about you change. Meet with the rest of Class 7 now. We did get together with an investigation group in the capital not too long ago, in fact. Hey, you guys want to deal with the do with us? More or less, not back when Distro was under direct control of government. That's why we have kind of government. About that, there's a matter of utmost importance I must discuss with you all. Assuming you haven't eaten, yeah, I'd like to discuss this over lunch. Great time, let's go to buy together. Much appreciate. I'll be waiting for the Der Himmel Hotel in the Garden District, and don't feel rushed. I have plenty of time. Thank you as always. President Reagan wants to discuss something directly. Perhaps he's learned something pertaining to the incident. Anyway, I think it counts something to him, alright? That's a fancy hotel in the Garden District. Much a hotel, huh? Consider me pumped. What about you, Eustace? Please, I beg you, don't forget your table manners. Seems he sells very free time. It would be best to tie any loose ends while we're out of chance. Right. This would be a golden opportunity to investigate the Garnier district. Once we're all set, let's head to the hotel. So you will.
I don't sense anyone following me now. So why did I sense it before?
Did something happen, Rean?
Alright guys, our first one here, Brother throughout. Please be dinner who have a damn good one. Bye bye.